As things slowly begin to settle down from textbook season, more and more sellers are beginning to focus on the preliminary prep for quarter four. In this video, I want to go over what my strategy is leading up to quarter four and how I handle my inventory during the rush. My name is Manny, and this is Manny's Book Bag. What's going on, everybody? I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I hope that you're ready to get back into things because it's not going to slow down. First of all, I hope that you have had and are still having a fabulous textbook season because it's not over yet. We're about to finish up the heart of textbook season, and what we're going to see over the next couple of weeks is the effect of ad drops, and we're also going to see the ability to prepare for the students that are going back to school in that second and third week of September for the alternate schedules. But as sellers begin to wind down textbook season, they start to run out of their textbooks, they start to reprice to get ready and reload for the next time around, the focus is going to start to shift more and more to quarter four prep. The question comes up repeatedly about when to send stuff in, what it is that you should source, and what to do as you get into Black Friday. First things first, let's talk about why quarter four is so important. Those of you that sell textbooks just got the taste of what happens when things just start flying off the shelves at Amazon. It's a fantastic feeling. You're making money left and right. The inventory that you send in, you seem to hit more winners than losers, and you just do fantastically. You also start to get back really great payouts that you can reinvest into your business. I just made a video on how to do so. I'm going to go ahead and link it up there. Hopefully you're reinvesting the money where your business needs it. Technically, quarter four is literally the last quarter of the year. So our fourth quarter will begin from October all the way through the end of December, the holiday season, and New Year's. But what we really understand quarter four to be really starts in November and carries you through January because you make a lot of money after the holidays as well. Now, quarter four transforms Amazon into this magical land where everything you send in just sells right away. There's no issues. You don't have any customer problem. All of a sudden, everything just sells on you. You make $1 million. We're all rich, and we reload for next year.
Right.
Yeah, just kidding. It takes an awful lot of planning and preparation, and it takes a lot of footwork and a lot of hustle during the quarter four rush. When we start off, most of us actually have to invest in products that we can flip and reinvest with a bigger snowball. So my advice to you is if you are building slowly and you want to have a bigger snowball come quarter four, invest in products that you're actually going to be able to sell pretty quickly, hopefully with less competition, and not stuff that is seasonal that you have to hold on to. But by all means, buy seasonal things as long as they're items that sell year-round. Go ahead and buy toys. As long as you have access to a lot of them, you can sell them pretty quickly, make a small profit, and continue to send them in and build up into quarter four. Now, some of the things that you should be targeting for quarter four, toys are a big deal. Toys are obviously a very hot commodity that time of year. The writing is on the wall with some toys that are going to be hot toys, and you should always look for those evergreen toys that are just always popular. Look to see what it is that got added this year to the franchise. Star Wars is a fine example if you can sell it. Your Barbies, your Shopkins, all of these toys, if you have access to them and you are not brand gated, you should look into what is new. Look into toys that are coming in that have a movie tie-in. Despicable Me is always a very popular one with the Minions. Despicable Me 3 is in the theaters now. It's just an example. It may not be the hottest toy of the year, but it's one of those toys that's always going to be popular and always going to be around and always has extra buzz around it when movies come out. Now, if you just focus on toys, you're making a big mistake because kids are not the only people that are receiving gifts. Grown-ups are receiving gifts, and one of the big things that you can look at home goods, look at electronics, look for clothing and shoes if you have access to those categories and if you have the ability to sell in specific brands. But let's say, for example, you have a really good strategy about which items you want to send in and how you're going to access them. The question really becomes, when do you start sending stuff in? Now, there's a popular strategy where you would buy your items during the off season, preferably after the holidays, and hold on to them for the majority of the year. This is going to give you access to items that are really on their closeout pricing, and the result is a monstrous ROI when the season comes back around. Now, if you've got the deep pockets and you have the capital to invest and it's not going to wear down your cash flow too much, then it's something you can do. But if you're a new seller and you have to build your snowball up slowly like many of us began, this is actually very detrimental advice that could leave you broke and you don't even get to the next holiday. In other words, if your focus is on building a business slowly, you are not going to get rich buying Christmas lights on the 28th of December and holding them for 10 months. My favorite strategy that I used was to find seasonal items and evergreen items like specific toys that are always popular and sourcing them, not for the purpose of holding them, but for the purpose of sending them in and selling them now. Some people are going to do early Christmas shopping, so you want to look for items that are already popular as far as sales rank goes. And I say that if they're profitable now, you're better off selling them, taking that profit and reinvesting it so that you have more money come November. I personally don't send anything that is super seasonal until November the 1st, and here's why. Just as Amazon tends to do, last year they changed the rules of the game yet again. They nearly quadrupled the monthly storage fees for November and December. To make it even worse, this year they actually extended that to October as well. So anything that you send in too early but does not sell in October is going to lead to a much higher monthly storage fee, and you may just be sending stuff in needlessly. Now, I have quite a bit of inventory that is going to be going in that's not really going to get very popular until Black Friday or just before. So I'm targeting November 1st as the delivery date on my first batch of seasonal goods.
Release the Kraken!
I'll be shipping them right around Halloween, and by the beginning of November, they should be hitting the warehouse. Now, you don't want to wait too long, because if you wait too long, you may actually have a delay in receiving, and you may have a hard time being live by Black Friday. Circle Black Friday on your calendar. That's definitely where you want most of your inventory at the warehouse where it can sell, and you should really see a huge build of profit starting on that date. Now, what I do is I don't stop there. I continue to ship. Now, if I remember correctly, last year, my last box to Amazon, my last minute box of my most popular goods went out around the 12th of December. And that was the last box that I shipped out to Amazon until about the 29th or the 30th. My model shifted completely from an FBA seller to 100% a merchant fulfill seller. On one side, I had FBA doing its thing. Items were just flying off the shelf. They were selling left and right. Life was good. But on the other side of the coin, I was still going out every single morning with my list of items that were absolute home runs, and I was sourcing them, listing them merchant fulfill. Half of them were selling before I even left the store, and I was coming home to pack them and ship them out. So if you're building a mental checklist of the things that you need heading into quarter 4, have money, have shipping supplies, have the ability to scout out and find home runs that nobody else knows about, and have the energy and the hustle to go out every single day and fill up shopping carts until the season is over. So if books and music are your number one categories, but you're diversified enough, you're going to make a lot of money in a couple of months. But here's the question of the day. What do you do to get ready for quarter 4? Have you already started, and when do you start shipping items into the warehouse? Are you like myself and a lot of sellers where you buy a lot of your items to sell right away? Or do you prefer to buy your items in the off season and send them in for higher profits? Go ahead and put in your comments below, because if you're making money, there's no wrong way. But that's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see me make more of them, please remember to share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. If you haven't liked this video yet, please take a second and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and tap on that book bag right there. And while you're in there, tap on that bell so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, let's go make some money.